Yo. My bad. What's good? Oh, shit. Today's been a day, bro. Well, yesterday, because today just started like 4 a.m., whatever. But I don't know, bro. It's been a crazy. But it's Siege. Okay, look, hear me out. This site setup, this setup in general might be skeptical. Remember, I'm telling you, I'm going to get every trash map. Not every map, but every trash site that no one plays. And I'm going to give you my best input on it. Like my best strat. So, with Frost, Castle, and Mute, there's something that I want to talk about with those three characters. You can roam with them, but I do want to say for Mute, don't let Mute roam. Let that mother trucker far roam. No, mid roam, not far, mid. You know what I'm saying? Like, because with Mute, it's something that you have to pay attention to your Mute jammers, because you're the only one that sees your points go up when you do get like a Mute jam, or even if you're the one that's really paying attention to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important to watch over your mutes. You know what I'm saying? But with Frost, she should be the one roaming. If she's not roaming, she should be right here in this office playing this double. And also upstairs, she has frost mats when they repel. So when they repel, it's something that they're not literally checking the edges of like the rappel balcony, as much the fact that they're not going to really recognize it until they drop down. You know what I'm saying? Or until they get onto the balcony, and then the frost mats go off, and then you get the kill. You know what I'm saying? So the only roamers you should have is Castle and Legion. Those two players roaming. I wasn't going to talk on this one only because I didn't know what to say. And then honestly, like I said from my other videos, I don't really try to talk about the site setup itself. I try to talk about other shit while it's going, you know? So, yeah. On this map, well, I keep saying map, bro. On this setup, you could ban Fuse for sure. Because like I'm saying, you can also like use RAM, but then again, it's also like that afterburn. Like you have to physically peek the holes. With Fuse, is a completely like drive out. So ban Fuse. Fuse. Ban Fuse and Melusi. Why? Because Melusi can hold everything all at once. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you could go Brava, yeah, but then again with Brava, there's not much you can do with the Melusi because they're gonna be all outside. You know what I'm saying? Like it won't probably be one Melusi in sight. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say you do hack all the Melusis. What now? They're all outside of sight. You know what I'm saying? So it can work in your favor depending on how the defense pushes, but I don't know how y'all use Bravo like that. But anyways, yeah. I'm gonna call this site setup. I don't fucking know. I'll probably make a name of it when I type it up. But really and truly, yeah, it's close corners. You know what that means? Close corners mean playing wide. Expand your sight. So that's why I have like that weird badass hole into kitchen, only because so if you're playing upstairs, you can look on the you can look into kitchen like the stove area and just catch someone lacking. And I already have the frost mat in front of the stove only because they're not gonna really walk around the stove. They're gonna want to jump over it because it's a quicker way. And don't get me wrong, they can always come an opposite way and still shoot the frost mat. But for someone who's actually wanting to rush in, they're gonna automatically jump over that frost mat and get into it. So whoever's upstairs can watch it from like that double from that double window upstairs in the hallway. Or if someone's playing kitchen, or even if someone is close enough to hear it go off in sight, So really important. I do want to guard these staircases because I'm thinking, how can I really guard these staircases without them actually coming in, like not being aware of the surroundings? Because, like I said, Castle and Legion should be the only ones roaming because Legion is Legion, duh. And then Castle is going to be the main one, like being the anchor for upstairs, you know? So I don't want to put too much pressure on like one op because I feel like when the pressure's on one op, that's where like the base, like duh, you need a base. But I feel like if you kill the base in Siege, like when I say base, I mean like the anchor, like the game goes to shit, you know? So if Doc dies, the game is over, basically, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to make it like that because it isn't, I guess, it's not enough credit for everyone else, you know? So that's what I'm thinking. Alibi. People may think, why Alibi? She's trash. No one really, is dumb enough to shoot her clones. They are. So just because this site has so much visibleness, not even a word, it is now. Since this site has so much things to be visible with, like they're gonna want to like shoot, like they're like, bro. I was a mumbo jumbo. They're gonna shoot. So if someone's like walking in or like running around, doing some bullshit, they're gonna want to shoot like across like the room. So eventually they're gonna probably or will hit a alibi. And I've seen a video on like how alibi is like rightfully used. And I never really seen the video, I'm not gonna lie, but he made a good point. I feel like with alibi, it's not that you have her facing people. You have angles that she's looking away from, and then you have the alibi clone cover two angles at once. So if you have two head holes, you won't put alibi at one head hole. You will put alibi in a spot where she can be visible from both head holes. So when someone is ADSing or like shooting, they're shooting in the crossfire of the clone and then get pinged. You know what I'm saying? So it's way better for you to honestly not put alibis in front of a head hole or in front of something, rather than if you're putting them somewhere, they have to be visible but also invisible in the way that they don't know that it's an alibi clone. So this one in particular, we all know people come through this kitchen, they come through, and that's when the frost mat comes about. But let's just say someone comes in and hits this corner. They're gonna automatically shoot this because they see someone here, you know what I'm saying? So not even saying like a drone comes in. Once that drone comes in, the drone probably won't even peek fully at the alibi clone, but they're just saying there's a head there. So when that happens, they're gonna probably get off the drone and pre-fire that hole, and boom, they're pinged. You know what I'm saying? And not only have them hidden because the head holes play a part in it because it slows the enemies down, because they're gonna think that someone's playing there. You know, because I mean, we all know if we see any destruction, we automatically think someone's playing there, right? So if they walk into the building and see this shit, they're gonna probably think someone's playing here, you know? So drones might come through, pings, call-offs might come through, even pushes might come through, you know what I'm saying? So just not really saying it can probably work, but I just had an idea if it did work. Let's see how would it, make sense. My hand's stuck in my shirt. Yeah. Honestly, I am gonna be posting another video. I don't know when though, but I think I'm probably getting too tired, so I probably won't post it right now. When I wake back up, I'll post it. Another video, I'll post it. I need an idea though, but I'll post it. Sorry again. I don't know. I feel like with site setups, that how I do them, it's not based off knowledge or like knowing they work. It's just me seeing if it works. Because like I said, I've never tried these setups like in an actual match, because you know what I'm saying, it's hard to do that. So if you guys can probably do that, or get your favorite content creator to do it, or your staff to try it, see if it works or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Give me my credit, because I need it and I want it. Anyways, yeah, it's not a bad setup. And I see why no one really uses or plays a Blue Bar and Sunrise, only because like it's so small. Like it's very small, and you can literally walk 20 feet and you're already in sight. Like you have windows to hop through, you have doors to walk through. Like it's so much to hold as an attacker when you're attacking Blue Bar and Sunrise, because hear me out, it's like it's so small you can honestly get a kill as soon as you spawn in. You know what I'm saying? That's how small it is, minus spawn peeking, because literally when you spawn peek, that's the site they're in. So it's like it's not much of a hassle if you do want to push site, because you're basically already in sight once you're in the building. You know what I'm saying? So that's like a easy Monty push, easy smoke, glass, sins, like, something that's quick and also effective to play Blue Bar as an attacker is real hard to defend as a defender, because it's so small and like it's just outside the door. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not like kitchen where you have to walk through a whole different room to get into kitchen. Well, it's a bathroom and the kitchen actually, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's like it's difficult as a defender. But that's why I try to involve trap ops, because I think most of my videos, my setups, I don't use trap ops. Like at most I probably use Legion. But like that's the only valuable operator that is used as a trap op and is actually valuable and good, So bring Legion. Have Legion roam upstairs. Please, please, please. If Legion is downstairs, like you're screwed. Like have him upstairs, because if they can't push downstairs, they're gonna want to push upstairs. And that's why I had this long ass feet hole, so you guys can watch. Do not make a hole there. If they have a Cali, she can literally peek through all the way through into the site. Into the pool room, and then honestly pick you off. So if you're gonna want to kill someone, leave that. Don't make a head hole or nothing at all on those walls. Just honestly play the default peek, which is like through that door. You know what I'm saying? So sorry. and yeah. And honestly, I bring Castle not for downstairs, for upstairs strictly to defend yourself. But like I said, if they bring Cali or Glass or even someone on balcony and you do want to rotate, you can safely rotate because it's castled off. So you can honestly contest hookah like confidently because the double window is closed off. You know what I'm saying? See, as shown here. Like it's safe to move around for the time being. You know what I'm saying? And of course you gotta take this one as well. You gotta close off Aqua. It's safe to run around. You see, it's safe. It's not safe enough, but you know what I'm saying. You're not getting shot at from like 5 different angles. You know what I'm saying? The castle is a bit weird. Well, like I said, I don't really have them downstairs. It's mainly upstairs, so you guys could be comfortable enough playing upstairs. That first beeper I threw, you can see it from outside. So just don't put it right. You know what I mean? Make sure it's not visible, obviously. So I'm saying, like, don't make it visible and then you're fine, honestly. So if you can do that, you're good. I'm kind of thinking like how I would want to do this if I were playing Castle. But if you're playing Castle, I would say at most, I think I did a good job with Castle. I'm not gonna lie, I did pretty good with Castle. But with Castle, I feel like sometimes it's easy because everyone has breach charges. So it's like even though it's castled off, someone can honestly have a breach charge and blow it up. But then again, it's a sound cue. It's a nodie that someone's pushing here. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to make a castle just for sound cue. So I feel like castle is pretty good. Because I always I always thought that castle was useless because everyone has breach charges, or it'd be that one Ash player or a Zofia player that's gonna destroy it. But majority of the time, but sometimes people don't use those operators because it's not based on what they're doing. It's based on the skill. Because you can destroy all the castles in the world and still lose the round because, it's a good castle, you know what I'm saying? So I try my best not to really limit myself using castle because honestly he's good. I like castle. So I don't want to be don't use castle because everyone has breach charges, which I get that, but it's still use castle. He's still valuable. You know what I'm saying? So it's use castle. Don't be afraid to roam a castle, honestly. You can roam a castle, so it's not really too big of a deal for castle to not roam. But if he does roam, okay. Sorry. The big thing with castle that we all hate is closing off site. That's the biggest thing that I don't want to do to the site setup, because literally it's you see more barricades than castle, but the castles are much so for the pushes, the actual push, not to hold anything off. You know what I'm saying? So either way, the castle will get destroyed, but the main purpose and idea is to hold the main pushes. Be able to move around in sight with castle being, being castle. I hate when everything is closed off. It's bro, I can't move around. I'm fucking claustrophobic. You know what I'm saying? So don't normalize using castle for the big shit, because sometimes the big shit ain't the main shit. Because it's you can use castle all day you want and cover every doorway, but once the enemy comes in, they're literally at the front door just waiting for the right time to push. You know what I'm saying? Because they have all the room in the world now because you castled everything off. You know what I'm saying? So try to weigh out castle and try to make a balance. Strategize. Yeah, that's what I mean. Strategize. To really be honest, I feel okay, this is my motto. For every site I do, if I can, and I will try my best. If not if when I get recognized for what I do for Siege and for my sites and shit, if I can make, and I said it before, if I can make any pick percent rate go up on a site because of what I've done and what I've made of a site setup, I did my job. At least one. So that's my job as a content creator that plays Siege and does site setups. It's to honestly give every site setup a bit of love, because like I said, Blue Bar and Sunrise, it's pretty small, so I see why everyone hates that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if I can give even a bit of love to one site, I did my job, bro. Because I would like to actually play Siege for every site setup, not just playing the same old sites back and forth. Don't get me wrong, we have our fun on certain setups, but then again, it's what about what about this one? You know what I'm saying? What about this setup? Why does this one get no love? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we just play this setup just once? You know what I'm saying? But it's it's trash. You can't, it's all the excuses to not play a certain site because, we have our opinions on it, which our opinions turns to facts, which is, somewhat good, somewhat bad, but your opinion shouldn't turn to a fact based on what someone said about something. You know what I'm saying? So it's so I just thought that, hey, everyone has their own opinions on certain setups, but I don't. So I'm gonna try to honestly give every setup a bit of love. But like always, have fun. GG's.